Now, you might be listening to this on the way to our show because it's opening night. Opening night.
Can't believe we've made it here. Oh, my Lord.
We are in Melbourne.
We are in deer in headlights mode because, guys, opening night, it's our first time with a full audience. We're testing out our jokes.
I'm pumped. I am pumped.
I
love it.
I'm so nervous. I'm so excited. We're so pumped to finally unleash this show on everyone.
Yeah, this is a special one, guys. We have poured our entire souls, sweat, tears, all that stuff, but
Truly,
souls. Like
yeah.
this is a real offering. We're offering up on the altar of the DL motherhood experience. We are excited. I love opening night. I love going, what do you guys reckon? I love it.
Yeah, you can only have one opening night. It's always
Yes.
it's going to be a hit or a miss.
And don't.
I'm kidding.
And you always remember your first.
It's true.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be a hit. I'm just so
Anyway.
nervous.
We might be snuggling some of you tonight if you're a viddle at the Malt House in Melbourne, or tomorrow night if you're coming along then. We've got tickets to the rest of the show. We are just pumped. Who is she? It's all beginning today, Jem.
However, we might be going live on stage,
Yes.
but the Dilemon tree is throbbing because Dilemons aren't going away.
Actually, Jem, can you hear that?
What?
The lemons are crying.
Sounds like Buster.
Quick, Jem, pull one off the Lemonade nursery, swaddle it, and give it some love.
Give Buster some love.
Buster doesn't cry like that.
Doesn't he?
He's
How
not
does
a little
he cry?
bitch.
Oh, okay. What
He's
about
like,
when he was a
He's a big boy.
You're right. Dilemons are more of a than a
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
sometimes.
Sometimes I can imagine a real like
Imagine if we got a male lemon.
I'm picturing a lemon with tears pouring down its skin. Anyway, shall we get into it? This is
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
weird. It's that opening
It's that
night
nervous poo
energy.
energy.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, hello, welcome to Bestie Hotline. I'm Kate Reeves.
And I'm Gemma Peanut.
But you know that. I mean, who are we kidding?
Let's get into it. Who has called the Bestie Hotline today?
Hi, Gem and Revs.
Hi.
So I have a little bit of a family dilemma.
Kiwi.
So growing up with my brother has always felt like walking on eggshells. From a young age, he's used anger, like yelling and like emotional manipulation, like threatening self-harm just to get his way. Now in his 30s, nothing has changed. He can't hold down a job. He relies heavily on our parents financially and emotionally and lashes out when he doesn't get what he wants. And he treats people, especially our mum, terribly, like shouting at her, expecting her and dad to do everything for him, even like after major surgery or long drives to help him move. And he recently sent me an abusive message just because I didn't answer a question the way he wanted. I have for a long time thought that he might be undiagnosed autistic. This doesn't come with like me just deciding and throwing things out. I work in this area. And so while I try to be understanding of that possibility, I don't believe it justifies how hurtful and demanding he is. I don't want my children around him, and I find being around him quite emotionally draining. Our parents are nearing retirement, and I have genuine concerns around what does that mean for them financially if they're still supporting their 30-something-year-old man-child. And down the track, what does that mean for him? There's, so much concern. But I guess my question is it okay to step away from someone like this, even if they're family, and to do so without guilt?
I believe
Ooh,
yes.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't help you with the guilt part, but this to me sounds like some pretty epic boundaries need to be put in place.
Look, you don't have to become completely estranged, but I think you can scale back how involved you are in your brother's life. You can certainly protect your children. If your instinct is ringing out loud and clear, I don't want my children around this person. And
Listen to that.
Absolutely. Because, that can have lasting, lifelong effects on your kids. And, if it's impacting them negatively or impacting you negatively, like that's enough.
Well, yeah, because your kids watching your adult interactions, that's where they learn how to have relationships.
Yeah, and
you
watch
know?
you copying it from someone who
Or placating
sending abusive texts is kind of unacceptable.
Yeah.
I feel for your parents because I feel like they're probably not in a position where they want to abandon him.
step away. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And nor should they. And that's their choice and their decisions. They're grown-ups. It's their child. If you had a challenging or tricky child and someone was like, oh, that's toxic, you should step away. Like,
Yeah, it's not that simple.
It is not that simple. But you as a sibling, I think you have all the rights to uphold your own boundaries and standards of what behavior you're willing to tolerate.
Am I allowed to do that internet thing? I know it's thrown around a lot, but this sounds like a narcissist. Like, this is narcissistic behavior at least.
Yeah.
And abusive and manipulative. And you really only have one option with that kind of behavior. You have to close the door. You have to put a boundary up, or it just keeps coming. There's no negotiating. There's no meeting halfway. There's no being reasonable when you're met with that kind of behavior.
Yeah.
So you kind of don't have a choice unless... Well, you don't have a choice. I don't really see what the choice is.
And if it's
unless you just cop it.
And if it's continued well into his 30s, like there's no changing it.
Well,
like that behavior's really set in stone.
That's why I'm thinking of narcissists. It's like, this sounds like this is baked in. And unless he is very committed to doing like some really transformative work.
Looking at himself.
Yeah. Like, what are you going to do? Just take it? Like, you can't have that. You just can't accept that, right?
Yeah, I think the generous viewpoint, I guess, and I just want to say I really feel for you, DL, because you don't choose your family, and it's really
no one wants to walk away from family or loved ones. No.
Absolutely, but obviously the saying goes around like you have your chosen family, and we hope that you are bolstered by support from chosen family or love and good times and people who don't make you feel shit or criticize how you text or how you respond to an answer, which is completely absurd. It is very exhausting. So hopefully you have that community and then you can make some choices. But it is hard watching your own parents.
I was going to say that's the hardest part.
Yeah, your own mum, who I no doubt you love enormously, just copping this kind of abuse, coming out for surgery, tending to his every needs, bending to his every whim. Like, that is really hard.
It's because people get scared of this kind of behavior, but then it fuels it.
Yeah.
It's like this thing where you feed it because they can feel that fear and they've got power, and it's like, oh, look at me having an impact, and it's like chucking kindling on the fire. You know, if you close the door to the fireplace, it's got no oxygen and it's got nowhere to go.
I think it's fair to say that your parents are enabling the behavior.
No, and
to
that's
a
a very
degree.
harsh sounding word, but there does come a point where it's like you're part of the issue.
However, what is your responsibility? Is it your job to educate them or convince them otherwise?
No.
Like, I don't think that's fair on our DL either. And there's risk of her fracturing her own relationship with them.
I would say your role here is to be supportive of your
Yes.
parents and potentially offer other perspectives. And then
They can take it or leave it.
of yourself. Yeah, that's really tricky.
I don't envy your position. It is really, really tough.
Really, really hard. And the fact that you work in this area and you can potentially see what's going on, it's a whole other layer of difficulty. And of course, you just know too much, you know what's going on. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too. There's not much to say to this, to be honest, DL, other than we see you. There will definitely be other DLs within our community who can be like, preach. I have
Yeah.
a sibling just like that. A girlfriend of mine comes to mind. Her husband's brother is treated very differently to the other siblings in the family, and it builds a lot of resentment to the surrounding siblings who are like, what is this bullshit that's going on like between our parents and you? Like, why do you get all this attention, all this treatment? What is all this neediness? It's hard. Family dynamics can be incredibly tricky.
I will say we are talking specifically to the behaviour, not the comment about undiagnosed autism. We
Absolutely
are not
not.
speaking to that. We are not experts and we do not know, obviously, anything about that. All we can go off is the behaviour, which you're allowed as an adult, sibling or no sibling, is to say, I don't accept it. I'm not taking that ball. I'm keeping my arms by my side.
Yep.
And
I'm not participating,
participating.
in whatever this is that you want to create between us, this bullshit tension. Ay.
Oh gosh, everyone, This is why we all have to be really, really nice to each other. Everyone is fighting battles in their life that they didn't sign up for,
That we know nothing
that we
about.
know nothing about. And when you see someone frantic in the school line or, cutting in front of you in the car, you just got to remember, like, people have lives with this stuff going on. And, nothing's straightforward.
Well, dear, we hope you can go into the weekend with your head held high and your boundaries firm and secure.
Yeah.
Easier said than done.
Takes practice.
Often. Yeah, it's a
Takes
muscle
practice.
if you just keep flexing it.
They do work.
Over time,
Yep,
certainly.
they do work.
But wishing everyone a lovely weekend otherwise. We are toddling off to our show.
To the theatre. We got to tech this show for tonight. We will see you there if you're coming. Melbourne, we love opening in you.
And it's our first time performing at the Malthouse Theatre. We're popping
Very
a few
exciting.
theatrical cherries this year, which is pretty damn cool. Not to mention the Opera House for the 100th time. But the Malthouse is also a first for us. So bring it on.
Bring it on.
New foreign stage, new wings, new entries, new exits.
We love you, Victoria.
Bring it on.
Bye.
Bye-bye.